she said, whoa, that's kind of embarrassing. You're driving a minivan around town. So before law school, one of the many jobs I was doing was at an insurance company in Toronto, and I used to work there full time. And back then I used to drive a Pontiac Montana. I'm not sure if you guys know what a Montana is, but that was one of the best minivans back then. I used to play soccer. I used to run a soccer team. I used to have a lot of equipment in there. So for various reasons, I just drove a minivan. I also couldn't afford anything better. And so I remember one time I was driving the minivan. I was coming back from lunch at the insurance company, and one of my colleagues saw me driving this minivan. She didn't say anything. I walked up, and we worked in like a really big, like open workspace with a bunch of cubicles. And when I walked in, she was already there, and in front of everybody, in front of my whole team, she was like, hey Deepak, was that your Pontiac Montana? I was like, yeah, that was my van. And I thought she was gonna say something nice, and she said, whoa, that's kind of embarrassing. You're driving a minivan around town. And so everyone started laughing and, ha ha ha, whatever. And then so I looked at her, and for a minute I got really, really angry, but then I, calm, stayed composed. And I went up to her and I asked her, I won't name her, still remember her name, but I said, how old are you? And she told me, she's like, I think she said something around 35, 36. So all I said in response to that was, I said, look, right now I'm 23. Call me when I'm 35 years old and I'll tell you what I'm driving. And I just walked away.